right through all the trees at all the other mountains, pretty much all the time. So you have a view all the time. It's really cool. But yeah, it's November 2nd, and just over 300 miles to go. But yeah, the clock's changed tonight. But that doesn't really affect me too much, I don't think, because I just hike by the daylight anyways, not by the time. So I'll just get up earlier. Check it up pretty early anyway, usually always before the sun comes up. But, yeah, going pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about hiking with a dog, which is for me the only way to go. I don't know if I could hike with somebody the whole trail, to be honest with you. It's it'd be tough if you ask me. But I haven't really hiked with anybody since Vermont, so that's a long time ago. With my buddy Ace. I've seen a few people, since then, but southbounders, but never to hike with, just to say hi just for a minute, basically. But anyway, I think rule number one is hiking with a dog is the dog comes first. You really have to pay attention to the dog and make sure the dog's having fun, and you're not overworking the dog. Any sign of problem with the dog, you have to stop. You can't continue if the dog is in any kind of pain. But that's the most important thing, I think, and have a backup plan, whether you either stop and let your dog heal or have somebody pick them up. But that was my plan, was to have my girlfriend pick up the dog if there was any problems, which worked out pretty well for me. The pack weight, that's the second most important thing, I think. In my opinion, no matter what, do not go over 10% of the dog's body weight, and that's for a fit dog. If the dog's overweight, I don't even know if I'd put that much, but for a fit dog, 10%. So, for example, my dog is 60 pounds, so her max weight would be 6 pounds, and that's about what it is on a full resupply, because she has some little booties, her leash, and a rain jacket that she carries, and then about 4 pounds of food. So, and I carry her water all the time. I don't ever have her carry the water. And the other thing I was going to say is let the dog lose weight every day. Don't add any weight, So when the dog eats the food, her pack will get lighter, and so it makes it more enjoyable for the dog. So by the last day, her pack is only about a pound, and she's probably really enjoys that, just like I do when I lighten up my load from eating my food. So I think that's real important, just so the dog has fun. I can tell my dog is having fun and enjoying it, and if she wasn't, she would go home. I think that's real important. I just feed the dog dry food, and whenever we get to towns, I give her all kinds of treats, canned food, sometimes some tuna, any kind of dog treat that's not from China. She'll get, my girlfriend sends dehydrated chicken treats that we make ourselves, and boy, she loves those. But beef jerky, I'll give her beef jerky. And if I get when it was hot anyways, if I would get an ice cream, I'd give her a small ice cream, vanilla. And she deserves it, because she's doing a ton of miles, just like I am. So, and then I guess when I I really don't stay at hostels, you know, for the most part. Lately, it's been cold, so I have, but most of the time, I just get a hotel. But you know, let's see, when I was going, basically in the summer, I'd stayed right in the woods, so it was pretty easy. We'd make good miles, and you know, because I would do my laundry in the woods and bathe in the woods, and I'd go. One time I went 6 weeks without a day off, with just one time staying the night at a hotel. So for me, I gained a lot of time doing that. But now that the weather's been a little colder and sometimes wet, you want to get out of the woods when you can. So a few of the dog-friendly hostels I've stayed at lately, which has been pretty nice. I've been there by myself, and there's nobody else around. So there's a group of my buddies of about a week back still. I'd love to wait for them, but I can't. I just gotta finish. But and then when I go to restaurants, you know, I just or you know, resupply. My dog's just really good, I guess. Both of Glamis and Kay. I'll just put her, you know, for example, there's usually the propane station, or you know, the propane bottles with the cage. You know, I'll just put her next to that and hook her to that or something like that. You know, because that's right in front of the store or anywhere where it's shady. But and she doesn't have a problem with it. I do worry a little bit sometimes, you know, but most of the time if I'm in a restaurant or something, I'll try to put her where I can see her out a window, and if not, I'll just have to, you know, go check on her. But if there's nothing to hook her to, I usually just hook her right to my pack. A lot of these towns are pretty small that you go through, so you don't have to worry too much about, I mean, in my opinion, I'm not a worrier, so I don't worry about people stealing my pack. I wouldn't leave my pack there without my dog probably, but with my dog right there, I hook to it. I usually don't worry about it at all. But I say I'm not a warrior. I feel like a warrior. But anyway, I guess that's about it. I'm really pretty happy hiking with my dog. It's a lot of fun. And my dog is good in another way, is that she doesn't care about people as far as strangers. So she just ignores them on the trail, walks right by, and the same with other dogs. Dogs can be barking at her, you know, and we'll just walk right by, and she doesn't care to even go see them or anything. So she ignores them, which is pretty good. Some people are scared of dogs, so you got to be a lot bit respectful of that. But yeah, I guess that pretty much took up the whole video. So hopefully that weren't too much rambling. But if I think anything else, I'll add it in. But hopefully I answered some questions. And all right, talk to everybody soon. Yeah, the other thing I thought of was cooling your dog when it's hot out. Dogs pant to stay cool. Their tongue gets bigger and the air passing over their tongue, you know, cools their blood. And so they also cool themselves by drinking water. They don't sweat, they just, that's how they cool themselves. So it's important that when it's hot out that you give your dog water all the time. She's pretty cute. But one thing that a trick that I do is when it started getting hot, I put my water where I can't reach it. so I have to stop to get a drink, and every time I stop to get a drink, I give her a drink. That works pretty good when it's dry out. But other than that, I don't stay at shelters either with a dog, or for the most part hostels. There have been a few, but I just have a real lightweight tarp, a Cuban fiber tarp that I use, and with a tent, and that works pretty good no matter pretty much what the conditions are. So kill myself here, but yeah, all right, we'll go with that. Just cleared up. It was raining just a little while ago, but yeah, I just wanted to mention a few things that I forgot about hiking with your pooch. Tick prevention. I had absolutely zero ticks between both my dog and I, so I think what I'm doing works pretty good. For one thing, we always use is Advantix, you know, at home year round, and then just for the trip, I have a tick collar on her that's called Preventix, and from what I've read, it's about the only one that really works. The other thing I do is I spray permethrin on her bag and my clothes and my pack, and between those three things, gone through some serious tick country, and we haven't had a single one, so pretty sure it's the way to go. The other thing, like, I just was in Irwin, and all the hotels in the guidebooks say that you're not allowed to have pets. So I've used this a couple times now, but my girlfriend just goes on to bringfido.com and made a reservation for me, you know, at the Super 8. And the Best Southern too was on that list, you know, at Bring Fido, but also in the book said no dogs. So that worked for us, and I don't know what I would have done without it, really. So it's another good tip, I guess, bringfido.com. And yeah, so I guess the only other thing I didn't mention was that I carry a sleeping pad for her, which is just like a little Thermarest foam pad that's just cut down. So that's her pad, but of course I have a 25-inch pad that's a ProLite, Thermarest ProLite Plus, and I have it the length cut down, but it's 25 inches wide, which I really like. I don't like the 20-inch wide pads, but she pretty much forces her way on half of that thing most of the time. So I spend the night sleeping on my side on half of it, but it's okay. She puts off a ton of heat. And actually, the other thing is I have a custom-made sleeping bag, which is actually a two-person quilt from Z-Packs, but I had them turn it into a sleeping bag just by putting a zipper in it, and it's worked perfect for my dog and I. It's the reason why I got it. But it only weighs 22.4 ounces, and it's a 30-degree bag, so when it's real cold I just sleep with my clothes, and she puts off heat too, so it hasn't been bad yet. But alright, I think that's about it. But okay, talk to you later.